Well, welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to My Sports Wire. Phil Chapman here, along with Mark Meyer. We're bringing you all the games live this year for the Plano Christmas Classic. You guys missed the first quarter. We had little technical difficulties with the internet. 12-8 in favor of the Cavaliers, LaSalle Peru Cavaliers versus Hinckley Big Rock Royals. We're just underway of the second quarter. The Royals have the ball, as you can see. This is the early game, 9 o'clock in the morning. There's that move, same move we were talking about. Brian Bohannon, he's 6'3" junior. He can really pound it down low. He's going to go to the line for our first free throws of the game.
He backs his man in nicely, doesn't he? Backs it up towards the hoop, puts it up, and at the foul, he hit the line to shoot too.
Yeah, if he keeps working at it, his senior year is going to be quite a senior year. We saw some good stuff when I was over there at Hinckley.
Great job of the computer crew and you to get this thing rocking and rolling today, huh?
Yeah, we got her going. Misses the pair of them, but here come the Cavaliers. Nice defense. You can't worry about the miss. You just get right back and play some tough nose defense. We've been seeing some good stuff of Tyler Martin of the Cavaliers. He's been a real playmaker. 6 points already of the 12. Right on cue. He has a nice feed inside. Well, just the same as we've seen with Martin. We've seen with John Seneca, who lost it there, but he just keeps battling. He had 2 real nice putbacks, not bringing the ball down. We talked about that earlier.
Hinckley very patient, always looking for a good shot. Very impressed with their look down the floor. You know, they're playing a pretty good 3A school, you know.
There's Martin, gets a steal, drops right over the top. I like when they bring that ball over the top of the head and they're able to control it nicely. And there's Seneca hustling his way back, and he'll be out of bounds. Cavalier ball.
Off the top of my head, but that's 4 layups. That's 8 points for the young man, isn't it?
Yep, 8 points right there. This is Earl Hocking coming in for the Cavaliers. First time on the court today. 6:52 remaining in the first half. You want to make sure you're fully on one side of the court there. Reggie Chapman on the camera for this early game. I'm Phil Chapman along with Mark Meyer. We're glad you're joining us, friends.
So Hinckley will take their time. They like to move the ball about 4 or 5 times in reversal. Watch this. Very patient ball club.
Very patient. Can't get it to fall, but I'll tell you what, there's Bohannon again. He got position, and he earned himself a foul for the Cavaliers. Nice work by Bohannon. This is Spencer Brown coming, checking back in.
Bohannon finds his right place, right time. You know, I used to call that the old garbage basketball player, the old guy that be right around the hoop at all times, pick it up anywhere he can, you know,
well, hey,
helping his team.
Well, if you and I were playing today, that's what we have to do. We have to be smarter than everybody else. They might have us on athleticism.
They are so athletic anymore in the day and age.
Bohannon trying to bang one from downtown, isn't able to do that. And here comes Martin and the Cavaliers. Nice setup there. Isn't able to get it. That'll be a jump ball. I like that setup.
I do too. What's happening with basketball is simple. You know, the fundamentals are still there, but these kids are so much stronger. They're in the weight room year-round, workout conditions with coaches, and it's a year-round commitment is what it is.
That it is. And there's Bohannon with the foul.
I was looking at MVPs throughout the years, man, and 82 team in Newark. They rolled 90 a game on the average up here. Broke that scoreboard one night with 117. No three-point line.
No three-point line.
Dave Olson ripped the cords up here. Joey Hendrickson, he worked, but really ripped the cords. I worked him up here in '89. He writes for the Sun-Times, of course. Rusty Baker of Plano in 1980 was a great player up here, Phil. You guys had a great run up here, too.
We did, back in '92, 25 years ago. Silver anniversary. This is Earl Hocking trying to get the second one. Wasn't able to get the first, and he does. Bangs that home. 16-8 is the lead. Hey, we've got a timeout. We'll take a timeout. We'll be right back after this. Well, we've got a lot of great sponsors that we could thank, and we'll thank them throughout the year or throughout the Plano Christmas Classic. We do thank 5B's Catering. Set up your fundraiser or event. Facebook.com/5B's Catering. They also have a website, 5bscatering.com. We appreciate, again, all of our sponsors for My Sportswear making this possible to bring you the Plano Christmas Classic. 15-8. I erroneously said 16 earlier. Under 6 minutes to go here in the first half.
I see Peoria and Notre Dame's in this place, of course,
Yep.
this week.
Oh, yeah.
Nice squad.
Always a nice squad. They always bring a nice team. Very committed to being here.
See King's here.
King, Harlan, Crane. Yeah, a lot of history there in the CPS, and it's going to be interesting to see them play. We'll see them here early on.
Cole City, of course. Dan Hutchings, the athletic director, Cole City High School. Does a great job with the Kohlers.
Johnson from downtown again, and look at this steal and a putback. Beautiful play by Sanderson. He's a 5'11 junior.
Smart play by Sanderson. Pick his pocket right there and right to the glass.
Yeah, old time you'd say that you don't want to shoot with that opposite hand, but you do whatever you have to do in order to keep it away from the defender. Nice job by the Cavaliers. Jacob Kuppersman.
Martin's a leader. You can see it. See how he penetrates?
Look at that feed. And I'll tell you what, Lynch would like to have that one back. Good feed by Martin.
He's as good as they get. He's fun to watch.
15-10, long three, nothing doing. Here come the Cavaliers, 4:30 remaining. Sanderson almost picked another pocket, but his partner does, and then they get it right back, but nicely done by the HBR Royals.
We're a little quiet today. Why a little quiet with no cheerleaders on the floor today, huh?
No cheerleaders. A lot of times they don't bring the cheerleaders to these games. You notice the Newark fans aren't sitting in the front middle. Maybe they stayed home to watch the broadcast in this early game. 4:20 remaining, 15-10 in favor of the Cavaliers of LaSalle, Peru.
You can read Gone with the Wind when Hinckley runs his offense, can't you? They kind of spread the ball a little bit. I love it.
Oh,
it's
nice
fundamental
feed.
See how it is? Get a layup every time, don't they?
Yep. That was a nice feed to Coupler. He wasn't able to get it. Sanderson just working hard. Excuse me, that's Romp. Him and Sanderson both working hard up there. You don't know what to expect because HBR is just going to grind it out. They're just going to go hard and grind and grind.
Hinckley's been traditional power for years. Jimmy Edmondson played up there, a great ball player. Took him to state once.
That's a nice box out. Good box out there by Johnson. Gets Cavaliers' fourth foul. They have 4. HBR has 2. Only one timeout used here.
He's talking to the old LPA announcer there, radio announcer for years. He did the game doing reports and stuff. I was talking to him today, and he said, I tell you, you'll love that Martin kid, the point guard, the playmaker. He really penetrates his team involved. You can see it.
Yeah, you really can. Look at that right there, right on cue. Martin, you might not be able to see that on your screen, but Martin diving out of bounds, trying to save that ball just to get one possession.
Total team player, isn't he?
Referee didn't have the whistle in his mouth. He couldn't access it quick enough for that substitution. Joel was trying to sneak his way in there for Ryan, but the baseline ref got it right. 3:20 remaining here in the first half. Double screen up top. Then they get the roll. You got a roll down the lane and then a roll back for a 3. Wasn't able to get either shot. Nice hesitation. Here's the methodical, just moving the ball, and they end up losing it. Cole Thompson, we used to call that the candy man. One of my coaches called that the candy man. What do you think? He went out for candy? Go get candy? Don't worry about it. Just take it right hard to the hole. Expect that people are coming from behind.
Speaking of candy canes, you know 90% of them were sold November through December. I read that today in the USA Today. How about that?
I had no idea. There's Martin. I think he has 8.
And they're all off the glass. They're all layups. You notice that? He's
Wow.
penetrating all the time.
That's a great point. 2:45 remaining, 17-10. Cavaliers with the lead. HBR has been right in this. There's a 15-footer. Beautiful shot by Tate Sanderson. He has 4 quick ones here in the last 2 minutes.
He's a smart ball player. He really eyes it up and puts it right in the bottom of the well. Squares up nicely with the shot, doesn't he?
Yep, and good play by Spencer Brown there, recognizing that Cavaliers had tossed it out uncharacteristically by Martin, I believe, and he just waited for it to go out of bounds instead of trying to make a spectacular play. 17-12, 2:27 remaining here in the first half.
Martin's the type of guy to throw in 14, 16 a game, unselfish, help his team win ball games. You see that on the floor, can't you? Leader.
Yeah.
Quiet leader.
Yeah, it hasn't been verbally saying a lot, just been doing it with his game. A lot of body, but they're letting him play. From way downtown, bam! Lauer with a big 3.
He put that up from Uncle Lairs that time, didn't he? Whoa.
He did put it from Uncle Lairs. Before the foul, timeout. We'll take a quick timeout. We'll be right back.
The Plano Christmas Classic, brought to you by Weifel Hybrid Seeds, Richard Kunkel, Precision Property Management, Jerry Hollenbach, Hampton Inn in Yorkville, Coldwell Banker, Tara Kunkel, Newark Rides, R&L Power Washing, Sports Thread, get in the game, get recruited, earn a college scholarship, Century 21, Jill Adams, Dolphin Car Wash, Morris, Virtues in Motion, Dance Studio in Yorkville, Benjamin Franklin, Yorkville, Great Logistics Trucking, contact Chad, 5E's Catering Service, JM Transports, Boomba Sports, Arts on Fire, paint your own pottery in Plano, and Underhill Trucking in Newark.
All our timeouts sponsored by Mark's Auto Service. Give them a call, 815-695-5500. We appreciate Mark and Jody and all that they do for My Sports Wire. Well, we got a close one here, Mark. 17-15, and the Royals are playing some tenacious defense, get a hand reach, but you know what? They have multiple fouls to give here before the end of the half. That's only their 3rd team foul.
Yeah, off the timeout, too. As you see, he runs the offense, plays fundamental basketball, keeps them right in the ball game, and they make a couple shots here in the second half. They can knock this team off, I'll tell you that.
Yeah, we could have our first upset in game 1. We're under 120 seconds. No, nice feed, but HBR gets the steal. There's Spencer again.
They pick the pocket. You put the ball down, they pick it every time.
From way downtown, off the back iron. They're battling for the rebound, and who comes up with it? Martin. He'll drive, and that's going to be a blocking foul. He'll shoot 2.
He'll go for his 9th and 10th point of the morning, and one thing about it is he's not going to stop. If you notice, he's going right to the rack every time. He doesn't. He's the perfect playmaker. If I had him, he was like, well, now, baby, you have set the plate for the pizza. I mean, boom, to the glass.
You better believe it. This is his first trip to the charity stripe, and we'll see if he can take this hand-me-out, and he does.
Now, if I played against him, I would think I'd say, guess what, guys? Get in a charge position. He's not going to stop. He's going to come right to you every time.
Yeah, and the nice thing about Martin is he's got that little Euro step. He'll step right around and try to avoid that contact. We've seen that with a lot of great ball players here at the Plano Christmas Classic. They figure it out, how to get around and what to do. And he's able to bang home both of those for a 4-point lead. 1:25 remaining here in the first half.
Hats off to Plano, keeping this baby alive for years. These Christmas tournaments, this is one of the top Christmas tournaments in the state.
Yeah, it really is. 55 years. I mean, you think about that for anything, let alone a Christmas tournament. You've had to fluctuate with the times as teams come and go. And, again, hats off to people like Jim Schmidt who have just been dedicated to this game. I mean, it means a lot to fans across the state. Almost came from out of bounds there, but he was able to get it. 1 minute to go, 60 seconds. Nice little drive, dishes it over. They're looking for that 3 ball, but no, they get a nice little drive and can't get it to fall. Tate would like to have that one back. And they give him 2 shots on that one.
There he is again, right there to the rack. He's not going to stop and look for a 6 or 8 footer. He's going to take it to the hole every time. As you notice, he's the king of the playmaker, and he goes right to the glass. And when you go to the glass, you know what happens? You go to the free throw line. Those are free points for a basketball player.
Yeah, he's going to try to get a dozen here before the end of the half.
You're at 55. Pontiac's at 87. Collinsville's been around for a while, Proviso West. But anytime you do something over 50 years is amazing. And Plano, hats off. That's just a great job. But they've restructured. They've moved things around. They've added some teams and stuff. I think people are going to love it.
Yeah, adding these Chicago Public School teams is, some would call it a risk, and Schmitty calls it exciting. And because it gives a different variety. People don't see these teams all around, and we'll see what can happen here. HBR under 30 seconds to go.
I tell you what happened at Chicago schools, you're going to find a ball player or two that's Division I recruited heavily before long. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, we'll see the line of people up there by the balcony as we used to see. All those coaches. I remember seeing Lou Henson up there standing watching. 10 seconds to go here in the half. We'll stick it to the conversation here. Nice try. Oh, just a collision.
That's your tailbone injury. Oh, that hurts.
Yeah, Bohannon is grabbing that hip. Is he grabbing his hamstring?
Tough kid.
Man, he's strong.
Don't quote me, but if I remember right, the Harlem Globetrotter first game was at Hinckley Big Rock, wasn't it?
That's correct. First game ever was at Hinckley Big Rock. They have it on their signage as you're coming into town.
Talked to Curly Boo Johnson last week, that played for the Globetrotters for a while from Peoria area, and he talked about those different history of that.
4.9 left. Here's from way downtown. Off the iron. Isn't able to finish. A long three, and that's just a heave-ho. There's your halftime. 21-15 in favor of the LaSalle Peru Cavaliers. We'll be back, friends.
Mike Rowe here at the Parker residence, where the upstairs toilet is not good. Luckily, the Parkers called Benjamin Franklin Plumbing, and now their plumber, Tony, is literally bending over backwards to get things moving again. You should see him. It's incredible. Tony brought all the tools and parts he needs to do the job from start to finish, which, by the sound of it, is right now. When you gotta go with the pros at Benjamin Franklin Plumbing. And by go, I don't mean go, you know what I mean. Call 877-BEN-1776. Each independent franchise is licensed in its respective state or county.
To meet with new clients today. Problem is, you're terrible with names. There's Pam, Donnie, Comet, and Blitzen. Wait, pretty sure those last two are reindeer. Nice to see you, Fabitha. Is that even a real name? Okay, this is the boss. You got this. Anna! Nailed it. Oh, thank goodness for name tags. New clients? We've been there. And with breakfast on the run, we'll be there for you. Book at Hampton.com for a guaranteed discount. Hampton by Hilton.
Wiffles Hybrids is in business for one reason: to help corn growers be more profitable. With hybrids loaded with the highest performing genetics and the most advanced traits, and employees who genuinely care about your success, plant Wiffles. Because profitability starts with better products and better people. For more information, contact Richard Kunkel, your Wiffles Hybrid Seed Rep in Newark at 815-482-0005. At Wiffles, you're more than a number.
Underhill Trucking is more than just a local business.
This company was started by my family in 1932.
You never know where you'll see one of our trucks. We have 10 trucks and we are proud to serve our customers. Call us for all your grain, flatbed, tanker, and dump trailer needs.
So call the Underhills for all your trucking needs.
Well, welcome back to My Sports Wire. A lot of sponsors to thank, and I hope you take time to pay attention to those because they are some great people. We appreciate all of our sponsors. 5E's Catering Service. Tell you what, if you want some good pulled pork, pork chops, chicken, and pretty much anything you can name, man, they've got it. They are unbelievable at what they do. Well, Mark, 21-15 here in the first half. The Royals are really giving the Cavaliers a run for their money.
No question about it. Good balanced team effort. Martin's been unbelievable penetrating the basketball. He takes the appeal right, left, off window. If he can't get it, he's fouled. He goes to the free throw line. And Sanderson, oh yeah, and he's special on the open floor. And nice little jump shot, and he makes things happen. I'm really impressed with Hinckley's slowed the basketball down and been patient along the way. You talk about the advertiser. I remember what Ted Turner used to say before I got in that crazy, wild advertising business. Early to bed, early to rise, work as hard as you can, and advertise. And that's what you got to do with My Sports Wire right there, Phil. How about that? Because you have done a wonderful job putting this all together. Nowhere I don't know anywhere in the state of Illinois is going to run 40 ball games plus and do what you're doing. And I am so impressed that'll be absolutely awesome. So keep up the great work. And the people, as you grow and continue to grow, this tournament has just done a wonderful job at the level of 1A, 2A, and 3A programs. And when you have a stat man with Cheez-Its and Cheez Whiz and Doritos, you know you got a tournament.
You know you got a top of the line tournament, and that's correct. Yeah, we want to make sure you rockcreekball.com. You can check out all the live stats. We do have a link on that on our website, mysportswire.com, and yeah, we do appreciate our sponsors, and we appreciate who they are. And, these 40 games, there's one goal we have. Our tagline for My Sports Wire is it's for the kids. And that's why we do this. It's a labor of love, but we do it because we want to promote the kids in any way that we can, and this just gives us an opportunity to promote it.
I think whenever you get on high school sports or grade school sports or whatever it might be, that was my motto too. We always did for the kids. If you mention the 4th grade volleyball player or the 5th grade basketball player, it's about doing right things for the kids. And speaking of kids, SportsRed, one of your sponsors, that's a future technology. That is a recruiting tool that's unbelievable, from Kishwaukee College to Wavansi to the Illini. Get these kids onto SportsRed. That's going to be huge in the future.
You're going to want to check that out, sportsthread.com. Tremendous app. We've been using it ourselves for my 2 children, Jacob and Maddie. And we've got quite a bit of communication going on with Maddie in volleyball because of it.
That CO is sharp.
Well, here we go. Royals, unseeded Royals, taking on the number 11 seed Cavaliers. And right away we see a huge rebound by John Seneca. That guy, he can do it. From downtown, the Cavaliers trying to start it off early. And there's Martin coming out with the rebound. Dozen points with a handful of rebounds of his own. As you said, all those illegal screen on Martin, they say. That'll be the first team foul. Turnover, Martin. Little scoreboard issues here at Plano High School, like you said early on here in the tournament. They'll figure that out.
If it went perfect the whole time, it wouldn't be fun. It wouldn't be a tournament.
That's right. You wouldn't appreciate it as much. The Royals trying to bring it around, and again, just methodical at a 9 o'clock game. They could get you to fall asleep on these things because they're just going to work it around, try to get the best shot.
I liked their offense until that one.
Here's Martin.
Watch what
with
he
a
does.
Nice little spin move, control, then he's going to go back to the line, shooting number 5 and 6 of the day.
You can see he's probably about 18 to 20 a game, and every one of his points, you see where they come from, he always attacks the rack.
Always attacking. He hasn't shot from outside yet. 0 field goal attempts, I believe, from beyond 4 feet.
You're going to see the box score of that kid, 20 points, 4 steals, bunch of assists. That's what he does.
Martin with the bucket.
And as Red Rush used to say, he tickles the twine for another time.
Well, and he's 5 of 5 from the charity stripe, looking to make it 6 of 6.
I bet it's nylon. Oh,
bangs
ribbing.
it home. Got every part of the rim, but put it down. They've got their largest lead of the game, 23-15. We're just underway of the second half. Royals need to get a score here and keep it honest. Cavalier defense, too difficult. Martin gets that tip.
Quick hands.
Good control. They're moving around. Martin calling for it. Quick skip pass.
Good skip.
From downtown, off the iron. Only 1 3 today from both teams combined. Brown feeds it over. Here's from downtown. Sanderson can't get it to fall. Bohannon tries to come up with it. Nice battling underneath. Cavalier ball. Here's a little full court pressure by the Royals.
Martin's the type of ball player, if you coach against, he scares you because he's almost like sleepy out there, but then all of a sudden gets the ball and he just penetrates. So he's just one of those kids that really picks his game up.
Out of bounds.
I'm impressed with that Hinkley offense, too.
Yeah, again, very methodical, working it around. If they put the ball in the hole on their shot percentage just is quite low right now. There's battling defensively. Coming up with it is Sanderson once again. Drives.
Nice move. Ooh.
He comes up with it, though, loses the ball, gets it right back. They'll go to Sanderson in the corner.
Sometimes we go a little bit too much French on the pastry, don't we?
Yeah. Brown with some nifty moves, gets it up, can't get it to fall. Seneca grabs the board. He'll hand it off to Martin.
They're going to take some more time on the clock, aren't they?
Yeah, they're going to work it. There's a pick and roll. Trying to get Seneca that easy layup. Nice little drive there by Kuppersmith, and he's going to go to line shooting 2.
That's their game plan. They get the ball on the baseline. They try to get you overplay. They come outside, and they backdoor you right to the rack. That's old school basketball, isn't it?
Yeah, you got to. You can just keep getting to the free throw line and keep putting them in. I mean, they've got to be shooting upper 80s from the charity stripe with Martin hitting all 6 of his. Both teams operating in the Jordan uniforms. Jordan branded uniforms.
He's marketed that pretty well, hasn't he?
Yeah, he has.
Got to know his photographer, LeBron James' photographer, a little bit while the project
Really?
come in. Yeah.
That's great.
The one kid where he's from is Prairie Central High School. How about that? You drive all over the world, and he's from Prairie Central. He did the Elmer's photography for him, and then LeBron, he does summertime for him.
Well, speaking of photography, My Sports Wire, you are able to get all the pictures of the Plano Christmas Classic taken by Dave Dykstra, our staff photographer. He is on the floor right now. You can see him on the far wing here, our left. Sitting on the floor, he takes unbelievable basketball pictures. He came down, did some state volleyball games, and he doesn't know volleyball too well, but he does know basketball extremely well, and he took outstanding volleyball pictures for the Newark Norsemen, the Lady Norsemen girls who went downstate. But you'll be able to get all of these games, no matter what team you're on. He should be here most of the days.
Big boy going downtown, couldn't get her to go.
Yeah. Bohannon doesn't have a bad shot. That looked like a good shot to me. 25-15. They've extended it to 10 points.
You got everybody shaking and baking down here. Photographers, plugs, promos. You got to love this.
From way downtown, nothing doing. That'll be a foul. That's third team foul for the Royals.
Now let's see if LP sets it up. They don't bomb-a-roo much, but they like that baseline driving the basketball. Let's see if they go back to their offense here. Trevani's done a nice job. Both coaches are solid. All the coaches this whole tournament are solid.
Yeah, real nice group here. Oh, nice play. Brown, Seneca, he does not give up. He kept the ball up in the air. He missed that first shot, didn't give up on it, kept the ball in the air and kept going. And there's Martin, gets the scoop and the bucket.
I'm off the top of my head. Is that 14 or 16 for that kid?
I've got 16 in my head. We'll be back right after this. Well, we got ourselves with the Cavaliers having the biggest lead of the night, of the day. We're still in the daytime, aren't we? We're only at 9:47.
Little trivia for you.
Yeah.
Name your 1998 MVP of the Plano Christmas Classic.
Oh, my goodness.
Without going to that book.
Yeah, I'm going to the book. I have no idea. 1998. That's a couple years ago. 98.
I had no idea.
Not
this
somebody from Newark. I'm going to go with Seth Evans.
P.J. Fleck.
Oh,
is that
PJ.
the Minnesota coach? Am I right?
Well, it's not the Minnesota coach, but
okay.
It is a coach. Royals trying to get right back in it. There's Bohannon from 18. Can't get it to fall, and Martin comes up with another rebound. He's going to dish it over. Nice little play. Good pass to Patoja. Patoa, I believe it is.
He went to Canelan High School.
PJ did?
Yeah. Is it
the coach?
I thought it was a Golden Gopher coach. I thought.
You know what? I think you might be right.
Yeah.
I think you might be right. Bohannon battling hard. Cavaliers looking for a travel, but I think Bohannon was in the right there. He was just battling to try to grab the ball. Now, speaking of sponsors, I see Tim Badal in the house, owner of 5B's Catering, standing over there. You can see him in your camera towards the entrance area. He's a Hinckley Big Rock Royal, born and bred there, and still resides. He's on a school board there, runs the business out of Waterman, Illinois. They're really working Bohannon. Nice little move. He gets that drop step down. He's going to do a nice job, but there's Seneca grabbing the boards. And then look at Seneca being rewarded for his hard work, grabs the rebound, sprints down to the other side, and they feed him. And now he's going to go to line shooting 2, 31-15.
They're always looking for that 2-footer. They're fouled at the free throw line. They've had a bunch of free throws in this ball game today. I remember when Jimmy Wyman used to do ball games here, he used to take his headset. This is honest to goodness truth, and God love him. He'd put it over his neck. You ever see that? And he'd just start unbelievable excitement, almost yelling in the broadcast.
Wow.
You would just be on your couch listening to him. And like he told me once, he says, I'm telling you right now, this isn't a study hall, this is a gym. I don't care if there's anybody here, one person here. He announced every way like a super sectional state tournament game. And that's what made him great up here.
Love it, love it. I know that I have been at some games where it seems like you're at a library, and with my three-point call, my bam, it echoes through the hallways.
Your bam echoes through Pontiac. Once in a while, my girlfriend's daughter, she gets a kick out of it.
Well, the Royals are trying to stop some bleeding here, and
you need to sell shirts. My Sports Wire with bam.
Oh, I know. Your family, the Meyer family. Here's a shot from way downtown. Nothing falling. Your family has received a lot of bams in my day.
Better than Bam Bam and the Flintstones. They fired them up. A lot of them have fired them up around this Northern Illinois area.
Bam! Right on cue. Spencer Brown from downtown.
Meet Spencer Brown from the Flintstones. A little Bam action for you. That's nice.
Meet.
I've heard them all. Kaboom. I've heard Downtown. I've heard.
Yeah, you know.
Chicky Hearn for the Laker announcer. God rest his soul. Grew up in Aurora, Illinois.
We talked about it. We talked about it as I started broadcasting volleyball games this year. What was going to be when we did a kill, and I said, well, if it's Bam, it's Bam. I don't know. I don't try to do it. Spencer from downtown, Bam!
He's just lighting it up. Boy, he's right on cue.
Yeah, he's really getting them back in the game. They're only down 13 now. They still have a full quarter to go. But I don't remember what it ended up being. They're going to count the buck in continuation. Welcome to the NBA.
Welcome to the NBA. Welcome to your Jordan brand. That was a Michael Jordan type move. Little fadeaway off, up in the air. Kid's going to fire it over 20 per ball game, and it makes me look like I'm somewhat kind of smart once in a while.
Yeah, you look like a genius now. He's definitely our pregame baller. And he continues on.
I said one great statement in all my broadcasting career. Derrick Rose took a jump ball. He went down to the floor so quick his sophomore year at Pontiac Holiday Tournament. And I looked at the guy, he's in the NBA. And everybody stopped me. I said on the broadcast, that's an NBA move. He's in the NBA. And everybody around town, Mark, you're jumping a gun. You're jumping a gun. Well, guess what? I wasn't jumping a gun too far.
No, you weren't.
His first move, later in the game, he rebounded a ball off that top block and dunked it. I've never seen it like it.
Well, I'll tell you what, I saw him on his first ever NBA game. I was sitting 7th row in Chicago.
Gotta get the horn.
And he, here's 1 second. They say it doesn't count. We'd have to watch the replay on that one. There you have it, 37-21. We'll be back after this.
Leaving the Hampton to meet with new clients today. Problem is, you're terrible with names. There's Pam, Donnie, Comet, and Blitzen. Wait, pretty sure those last two are reindeer. Nice to see you, Fabitha. Is that even a real name? Okay, this is the boss. You got this. Anna! Nailed it. Oh, thank goodness for name tags. New clients? We've been there. And with Breakfast on the Run, we'll be there for you. Book at Hampton.com for a guaranteed discount. Hampton by Hilton.
Wiffles Hybrids is in business for one reason, to help corn growers be more profitable. With hybrids loaded with the highest performing genetics and the most advanced traits, and employees who genuinely care about your success, plant Wiffles. Because profitability starts with better products and better people. For more information, contact Richard Kunkel, your Wiffles Hybrid Seed Rep in Newark at 815-482-0005. At Wiffles, you're more than a number.
Well, the fourth quarter is sponsored by Underhill Trucking. Contact Gary and Sherry Underhill for all your trucking needs. And they can get it dealt with their 13 trucks in their fleet here locally in Newark, Illinois. Well, we're in the fourth quarter. We'll see what Hinckley Big Rock is able to do here. 37-21, down 16.
I'm sure they're going to try to go downtown, get the three-pointers back in the game. LP will try to drive that ball, get layups, I would think, or get fouled.
Sanderson doing everything he can to try to cause some havoc and cause a tough shot by the Cavaliers. That's the one thing you're going to get with Hinckley Big Rock. They will not give up. They will keep fighting no matter what the situation. Here's one from downtown. Bam! Martin, his first outside shot. He nails it, and I think that puts him over the 20 mark.
My favorite Martin, huh? He really lit it up, drives the basketball. He does about everything for the ball club, doesn't he?
Yeah, he really does. Nice ball player.
Maybe a tough beat.
Feed it out. Sanderson back over the corner. Driving, dishes it up. Again, battling to get it. Kupperschman comes up with it. Patiently comes up, and here's Martin.
I watched Ottawa earlier this year, too. Look for Cooper to make some noise up at this place.
Well, you know Cooper always makes noise up at this place. MVP of, I believe it was 1987.
His brother played against us. His brother's the AD at Ottawa High School, Michael.
Yeah, Michael Cooper over at Ottawa. He's done a nice job being athletic director over there, getting things going. We know Coop has done a nice job over the years. Won the championship last year as a coach. Him and Hilt and your brother, and they all battled against each other.
He beat Newark, didn't he? Didn't Ottawa beat Newark last year?
Yep, they beat Newark in the championship game.
Burlington Central's got a nice ball club, they tell me.
Yeah, you know Burlington Central's always going to bring it. The Rockets, they've always got a nice ball club, and they just keep it going as well. Here's a little stutter step by Seneca, and he drives all the way to the hole and gets the bucket. John Seneca doing his best.
They've been trained well to get right to the well. I mean, they don't hold the basketball shots. They go right to the basket.
And there it is defensively. Bohannon couldn't get a handle on it completely. 42-21, 21-point lead. They're working it in. From downtown, trying to go for the hat trick.
Boy, in 1981, Scott McGrill was up here. McGrill was a great basketball player. Scott Ainers from Newark, 82, was a great ball player. Dave Holston, there was not a shot he didn't fire. He
carried that on to college, too.
I golfed down there with Rick Samuels this past year, and Rick loved him. He lit him up.
Yeah, he did. Dates Anderson getting some more points added on. They'll go to Martin. Martin trying to feed it in, but You can't count the Royals out ever. They're just going to keep battling.
Larry Hickey is Shabbat, if I remember right. They lost to Timothy Christian, I think, in a sectional championship up here. We're going back here a little bit.
Yeah, we are. Not many fouls being called here, but there's one of them.
Love Chris Nelson with the red towel for Yorkville when he coached Joe Hendrickson and the boys. Always holding that towel. I was talking to him one day.
Always holding it, always holding it. We're going to take a quick break. We'll be right back. Timeout sponsored by Mark's Auto Service. Contact Mark and Jody, 815-695-5500.
Look at the two-time MVPs. John Carroll of Ottawa did that in 2012 and 13, huh?
Wow. Yeah, you look at Seneca. They got MVPs 4 or 5 years in a row.
That was a Seth Evans show. That was Doug's kid. He was a great ball player, wasn't he?
Man, just outstanding.
His grandpa's Roger Tuttle from Pontiac, a longtime administrator down our way.
I'm not sure what we got going here. Maybe, look at this. We got a little maintenance going on by the officiating staff. You don't see that too often.
They're putting that line underneath that hoop to keep the player from that rule, isn't it?
No, I think
something happened?
I think the volleyball container, hole container was popping up. Yeah, the Royals are going to have to let it fly here or draw some three-point buckets. Seneca with the steal.
Clean game, not a lot of fouls, been a smooth ball game for you on the opener of your first of 40, Phil.
First of 40. We'll see if we can keep that going. We got a lot of nice help, people like you.
Doc Hollenbach coming out, huh?
Yeah, he'll be out here soon. We're excited for that. He was listening in on the game.
Brad Jacobson out here too?
Yep, he'll be out here later on today with the Morris game. He's a Morris guy now. Long-time Newark gentleman. 4:30 to go.
Watch him. He's no hurry. He's looking. Now he looks for the shot. There he gets cream.
Yeah, Bohannon. Yeah, he's not going to let that shot go up. Martin going to go to the line shooting 2 more.
Now, how many MVPs have you recorded for this whole baby? Or coming out to talk to you and have?
Yeah, we have 2 or 3 coming.
Good.
Going to sit with us, and we're hoping to bring those to fruition. Sometimes schedules change. We were actually going to be interviewing the 2-time MVP, Larry Hill, from Newark, and schedule change and that, so we're going to just bring him on the broadcast. Rockies is the only one that we're going to actually broadcast live as a video. But what we're excited about, getting those former MVPs up here to sit in the broadcast for a while. We'll do a 3-man set for a while and just hear about what it meant to them to be here at Plano back in their high school days, and some great memories when you come back to a gym like this. You haven't been back here since, what, 89?
89. I was with Scott Pritchard up here. We did them all, 89. One time I was with Darryl Ropp when I was a little kid. I came and watched every ball game one day.
Wow. There's one from downtown by Tate Sanderson.
Those are the days of Dale Hook bombing away for Newark in the day. The Nichols boy, Jimmy and Jeff were great players.
Yeah, those were some fun days.
Shields, Bill Shields, the pastor, of course.
Yep.
He was a pastor of Pontiac for a while.
I did not know that. 44-26.
Rantoul.
From downtown, bam! Pantoa with a big three. That gives them the 21-point lead. That's pretty comfortable for the coach.
Well, helps with the Yorkville Police Department, correct?
He is. He's done a nice job. I've been able to see him many times. We've got a lot of guys still serving in the communities that surround the Plano Christmas Classic, and you always love seeing that you get back to your local community, and again, that's what you're trying to do. Look at this unselfish play by Martin. Finds him up, just hands it over to Kupperschmidt, and he's able to extend that lead. But another great play by your boy, Tyler Martin.
We said for the broadcast, but you watch him a couple times. He racked the assist. He throw a little over 20 points in the game, and he's right on target, isn't he?
Yeah, he is. And well, we got a timeout here real quick as coach gets some substitution. Our player of the game, Sport Clips Haircuts player of the game is definitely Tyler Martin. 20-plus points. I mean, what can you say about Martin that you haven't said already?
Well, he's not a selfish ball player. What makes him, you want to coach a kid like that is he finds his way to get his ball club into play. There were 3 or 4 times I noticed throughout this broadcast, he could have took it to the rack and maybe made something happen. He dished it off down low and got a kid involved. I love to see that selfishness with a basketball player.
Congratulations to Tyler Martin, Sport Clips player of the game. Still 2:40 left. Not all the time can we name player of the game with over 2 minutes remaining on the clock, but you and I both know who that is.
Player of the game's out of the game. Rest up, young man. We're going tomorrow. They play again, don't they?
Yeah, the number 11 seed will take on Northridge Prep. They're the number 6 seed. They'll play at 12:30 p.m. tomorrow. So they get a little bit of sleep in.
A bit State Farm Classic watching Roy Christian play Prairie Central Wednesday. And then we kick off our 87th annual down in Pontiac there.
Wow. That is going to be something. 87 years.
Yeah.
That tournament has seen some fine basketball players.
I'd love to be around for the 100th and bring them all back. I brought a lot of them back for the 75th MVPs, and boy, you talk about tradition on the hardwood. All the Payne boys from Quincy, Bruce Douglas from Quincy. I'm going back now. I'm going way back.
You are going back.
Walter Downing, 79, was a great basketball player. Brought him back. Fernando Bunch of St. Mel was loaded.
Here's one from downtown. Bam!
Mr. Bryant from Aurora West was a great basketball player. Frankie Williams from Manual. Howard Nathan played at DePaul.
Man, those are some names.
Jabari Parker. Mon Shumpert for the Cavs. Cliff Alexander was at Kansas for a while. Bobby Simmons.
5 quick points there for McManus. Yeah, those are some names that really bring forth the huge, rich history that tournament has held. And, all these hardwood floors have seen so many great athletes, great kids, getting them to become men and, again, serving in their communities. It's just a great thing to see. And some of them obviously going off to NBA and going overseas. We see Kyle Anderson over at Portugal right now, playing well. Talked to him yesterday on FaceTime. He's brother-in-law of mine, as you know, and good to see him. He's grown his hair out. Oh, look at that steal.
Yeah, Brad Korn for a relative too, right? Assistant coach at Kansas State.
Yeah, Brad Korn. This court should be named the Brad Korn court. They got 4th place back when he was a senior. You remember that?
I was there.
Oh, yeah, I was there. Jumped on the floor during the Elite 8 game. If you remember, they played the Elite 8 back then.
Yep.
Downstate. After he hit the shot to send them into the Final Four, I rushed the court. And as we were watching the news later that night, there I am on top of Brad Korn.
He was a great ball player.
Man, he could play. That's a nice little move by Savitsky.
Talked to Weber this summer. He loves them on his staff. That's great. I talked to Mark Smith at Collinsville tournament down there with Tillman. They played in Missouri. It's Mark Smith, of course, the Illinois. You know, keep an eye on that kid. You talk about an unselfish ball player. Great kid.
And before the buzzer, Elliott Tubbs gets a bucket. There you have it, your final score, 58-28. Well, I'll tell you what, it has been a sure honor to have you up here. I mean, what you've done for the history of basketball and what you're continuing to do, and I know we haven't even talked about that. We'll talk about that at some point with the Basketball Hall of Fame. And I mean, it's just a pure honor of mine to have you sitting alongside me, because you are the real master.
No. Art Kimball was the master, and Lanny Slavin was the master. Those guys, Chicky Earns and all those guys. But I'll say this, you know, it's just not me involved in this project. We've got everyone in the state involved now, and advisory boards and that. So announcements will come down the road. But we're excited to hopefully get the game back where it needs to be. Illinois is one of those places that doesn't have any museum for the professional sports, the college sports, junior high sports, and Indiana's got one, and you know, Iowa and everywhere else. So we're working hard.
Well, congratulations to the LaSalle Peru Cavaliers. They will continue on and play tomorrow at 12:30 p.m. against Northridge Prep. And for Hinckley Big Rock, they're going to head to, I should have had that ready to go. They are going to be playing at, you know, I'm getting old here, so it's hard for me to see. They'll be playing the 3:30 game against the loser of Canelan versus number 4 Lyle, which we'll be bringing here shortly.
No 8 o'clock ball games up here. We got a couple 8 o'clocks down, aren't we? You don't have any 8 o'clock
no
in the
8
mornings,
o'clocks.
do
We
you?
used to, but the way they've got it worked out, they play the later game instead of the earlier game.
Nice.
Well, for Mark Meyer, Reggie Chapman on camera, I'm Phil Chapman from iSportsWire. So long, friends.